Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Laymen Daily Show. Well, it seems like today is the day. Well, 2 days ago, whatever. Xbox has officially come out and said they're done with Xbox One. Had a good time. Had a good ride, I would say. I think Xbox One was one of the best consoles ever, right? Yeah. As some other news, reviews, and discussions, I got some trailers to show you today. One that we've already seen before, I think, at the game show, but I wanted to show it again because it's doing so well in terms of the downloads for its demo. Other stuff, and then we've got the quiz at the end. Who's excited for the quiz? No one's excited for the quiz? Oh, here we go. Okay, everyone's excited for it. Shut up. All right, all this and more after the drop. All right, how's everyone in the chat today? Everyone had a good weekend? It is Monday here. It's Sunday where you guys are, I'm sure. But I get to have... I'm ahead, right? I'm the person in the future. Sometimes it's very hard sometimes when it's like a streaming event and you look up and it's going to be E3 and it's the 12th of June. So I put in my calendar 12th of June, but no, it's going to be the 13th of June for me. Very annoying sometimes. First world problems in Australia. Very, very difficult, guys. But, guys... Oh, wait, I haven't even set this up yet. Jesus. God, I haven't even got this ready for you folks. There we go. Guys, today is the day that sadly we don't get to play all those amazing exclusives anymore on Xbox One. Xbox One, would you say it was the worst console in the last 20 years? Probably. I would probably say it's up there, all right? It tried. It actually came off the back, of course, of being a very successful console. The previous one, Xbox 360. I would say Xbox 360 was the most dominant platform of that generation. All right? Absolutely. It was the first time in a long time that PlayStation really felt like not only was Xbox competing, but Xbox was really winning, you know? Now, some will say, of course, that as the console generation went on, that PlayStation ended up taking the mantle and won that race. But there's no denying that the Xbox 360 had some fantastic games. And also, of course, it just had some fantastic numbers. It did very, very well. But today's the day, guys. Xbox has confirmed it's done making games for Xbox One. Nearly 3 years into the new generation of consoles, Microsoft has given the official word that its first-party Xbox Game Studio developers are done creating games for its previous generation Xbox One platform and is full steam ahead on producing titles just for Xbox Series X and S and PC. I just want to make sure I turn off all the buttons before I... Okay? No, I didn't. I knew there was one button. See, this is the thing, right? The important thing here is if you do have an Xbox One and you don't have an Xbox Series X or S still, they did go on to say that any games that you want to play, they're going to be available on streaming, cloud streaming, right? So if you haven't upgraded yet, you can still do it. You can still play all the wonderful exclusives they have. So it's not, it's not like you can never experience new games that are coming to the Xbox ecosystem. It's just going to be through cloud streaming. But look, we are 3 years in now, right? We're 3 years in. It was only a matter of time before they had to say, you know what, we're going to be focusing on, the new hardware, the new generation. That makes sense. But what is interesting, I think, is PlayStation sold 130 million or something consoles, where Xbox only sold estimates between 51 and 58 million. That's a huge difference there, right? So naturally, PlayStation has been incentivized to continue its first-party exclusives far more than what Xbox has, right? And as we know from... there has been a lot of games that have come, like Horizon Forbidden West, but their DLC didn't come, but that came to PlayStation 4, and that was only recently. And I expect that based on the huge ecosystem of the PlayStation 4, that we're going to continue to see other first-party AAA exclusives from PlayStation trying to continue to come to PlayStation. But you know what? Let's look back at all the bangers, all right? Let's look at all the bangers from Xbox One. What do you reckon? I think we should, right? All right. So, what have we got? Sunset Overdrive? Okay. Also on PC. Quantum Break? Also on PC. Rare Replay. Wasn't on PC? Okay. That was good, though. That was good. All right, I'm not even joking here. Okay, that was great fun. Deep Rock Galactic, great, also on PC. Sea of Thieves, also on PC. Sea of Thieves, man, whoo! I remember playing this in Melbourne, Australia, and before it came out, we had like some session where we get to like experience it and whatever. And man, we thought that that game was abysmal when it first came out, but props to the fact that they have really tried to make this as good as possible. They really have. Over the last, several years, they have not stopped trying to improve this. But I remember when this first came out, didn't feel great. State of Decay 2, also on PC. Granted, also on PC. Ori, also on PC. Forza 4, also on PC. So look, great games here. Look, you know what? A lot of them are fine games. Great games. Halo Master Chief Collection, fantastic when it launched. I mean, come on, guys. The online experience, whoo, fantastic. Also on PC. Halo Guardians wasn't on PC. I actually didn't know that. Interesting. I thought it was on PC. Gears 5, also on PC. A lot are also on PC. All right. So these are the games that we all know and loved from the Xbox One generation. The reason I keep saying also on PC is I was surprised to see that their also on PC strategy had started so early with this whole Xbox Series, the Xbox One. Now, I'm not sure, I didn't do the research here, but I'm guessing some of these games came to PC later. But, I think for a while now, Xbox has definitely tried to make the whole PC thing very much their priority. And I think it's going to pay off still, right? I know we make a bit of, a few jokes about Xbox and whatever, but I do think that we're going to see this starting to pay off more and more, where people can feel like they can play a lot of exclusives and stuff on the ecosystem of Xbox and not feel like, well, I've got to own an Xbox Series X. Yes, that hurts sales. Simple as that. If I know that every first-party exclusive is coming to PC, why would I buy an Xbox, right? That's just the case. But let's look at the PlayStation 4 generation. All right, let's have a look at the PlayStation 4. What have we got here? Okay, let's just start from like top 10. Top 10. All right. Ghost of Tsushima, absolute banger. Detroit, fucking amazing game. David Cage, such a good game. Persona 5, okay, I played about 10 hours of that, but still amazing. Listen to the soundtrack all the time. I know it's a banger. Last Guardian, Uncharted, Bloodborne, Marvel Spider-Man, man. Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War, Last of Us Part 2. I mean, I know that recently there's been a discussion about... I know there's been a discussion recently about, exclusives and Xbox's whole like, okay, we're not really going to be competing in the space of console or whatever. One exclusive is not going to win the console war. But you know what does win the console war? 10 banger exclusives. 10 banger exclusives does pretty well. Shadow of the Colossus Remake, right? Ratchet and Clank. What else is here? The Last of Us, Well, The Last of Us actually was on PS3, right? Well, the remaster. There we go. That does win console wars. So it may not be one Starfield, but it may be like 5, 10 Starfields that moves the needle, But it is interesting. It's 3 years in though, man. Like 3 years in, it was only a matter of time before they had to focus, of course, on just focusing on the Xbox Series X and the PC ecosystem. But if we look back, I thought today we should look back. We're gathered here today, folks. Pay homage to one of the greatest consoles ever. You guys remember when they announced it? TV, Xbox, Call of Duty, TV. Let's just see if they don't make the same mistakes. I feel like Xbox is ultimately making similar mistakes here, where the exclusives are few and far between. Let's be honest. Last year, we didn't get a AAA first-party exclusive from Xbox. It just didn't happen. We had Grounded and stuff, but the entire year went by and there was no AAA exclusives. Now we had Redfall this year. We're going to have Starfield this year. We're going to have other games, of course, this year from Xbox. But that's like the major thing where I feel like there is consistency with PlayStation. There's absolutely consistency with PlayStation. And not only about the release window, but the quality. I mean, the quality is pretty consistent. I'm not being some PlayStation fanboy. I'm just stating facts. It's just the truth. It's just a lot more that people can expect and rely on with the PlayStation ecosystem. again, I mean, if you invested in the PlayStation 4 ecosystem, you would have got so many bangers. Like, look at these things. Ghost of Tsushima was one of the greatest games I've ever played. Maybe not the greatest, but like incredible. And where the hell's Death Stranding here, actually? What the hell? This is absolutely Death Stranding should be here. You know what? Let's just find this. This better be here somewhere. Street Fighter 5? Was that exclusive? Oh, okay. It's not even on the goddamn list. Real shame. We know that Death Stranding was incredible. And if you didn't like it, fine. But you have to at least agree that at least it was taking risks, man. Every AAA cookie cutter experience, Death Stranding was like, nah, fuck that. We're going to do our own thing here and we're going to make it incredible. If you don't like it, fine. But it's something unique. Unique New York. Of course, this did the rounds. Everyone's covering it. But I thought I'd make this the main story today. You know why I made the main story? Because there wasn't many other main stories today. Okay? Just letting you know how the sausage is made, okay? There wasn't a lot of other thumbnail-worthy stuff that I could see. I may have missed something. But that was the main story today. In other news, reportedly there's a Lego soccer game coming out to compete with FIFA. To compete with FIFA. As you guys know, EA lost the license recently to the FIFA branding, FIFA license. Now they're going to be making their own thing. FIFA has come out also and said that they want to make their own FIFA game. So there's going to be multiple soccer games here, okay? It's going to be good for all the soccer fans out there. I, for one, I'm not a huge soccer fan. I've got to be honest. I'm just not a huge soccer fan. In Australia, we don't really, like... there's some people, yes, they wake up at 4 a.m. to watch the game in Europe and stuff, but, like, it's not a huge culture here, okay? It's not a huge culture. In the bathroom at work says, Death Stranding was on PC Game Pass for a bit. That's ringing a bell now. Is that right? I know it went to PC. That is ringing a bell though. Jalen says, Microsoft has major subscription greed right now. Well, I would say that the offering that they do have for the kind of Game Pass is a pretty good offering for $15 a month or whatever it is. I think it's Australian $15 a month. And I just think that it's pretty good value. Is it good for developers, as I've spoken about before on the previous shows? I don't know. I think the jury's still out on that. We're not too sure if that's really going to help developers or hinder. There has been some articles that have come out and said, you know what, it's not great for us. But as I've said also, small indie devs or like just smaller teams with small marketing budgets, with not a lot of, the industry doesn't really know about their game yet or its new IP. It's very low investment for a player if they're already purchasing monthly the Game Pass for them to check out a new game. So I wonder if that's going to help kind of the smaller guy, you know? Master Darkness says, Spider-Man 2 will just be like the first and Miles. Not much has changed in it. Will not be worth the full price in my opinion. But that's just me. I will say that Miles Morales just felt like a big DLC. I liked it. But I agree, it didn't really feel like it kind of changed anything hugely. Like, it didn't feel like it was trying to reinvent the wheel. Because if it ain't broken, don't fix it, right? Like, I felt like it was a good formula. It was working. It didn't need to change. When I did see this 10 minutes of gameplay that we did see for Spider-Man at E3, or E3 week, I thought it looked good, but I agree, it looked very similar. It didn't look like it was trying to fundamentally change anything. It just felt like it was doing more of the same. And I'm okay with that. I'm actually okay with that. You know? But, yes. So expect a soccer game. I don't know how we got there. We're talking about people having to get up at 4 a.m. So it all makes sense. In other news, Illumination Chief denies animated Zelda movie rumors. I don't know where that came from. Well, the other day I spoke about this, right? And there was headlines going around saying this is going to be happening. This is the thing. Watch out for this. And then all of a sudden, Illumination's come out and said, no, it's not a thing. But I would still not be overly surprised if that doesn't end up happening. As I've said before, Super Mario Bros. Movie was incredible. Everyone loved it. Well, a lot of people loved it. And it did well enough Absolutely. Above $1 billion, like 1.2 billion. I mean, there's absolutely going to be a Zelda movie or a Zelda adaptation. There's going to be maybe like a Metroid thing or like a standalone Donkey Kong thing. Or there's just going to be so many things. Like, it's going to happen. We can expect that. We can expect that. So if it's not happening now and if it's not happening with Illumination, then it's happening with someone else. Absolutely. Jalen says, I enjoy what Game Pass offers, but only being able to prepay max 3 months in the US, at least what I can find, seems odd to me, as well as when they tried to raise gold prices. I remember when they tried to raise the gold prices. I remember that. Well, you can't buy a 12-month subscription of Game Pass? Really? I think I can here. I actually don't even know. I unsubscribed from Game Pass about a year ago because I just wasn't using the Xbox. Just was not using it, you know? And for something that has so much of an offering, I don't know, I just never turned it on. Like, if I look at my PC, PlayStation, Switch, and Xbox playtime, I would divvy it up as like 50%, if not more, of PC, 25% Switch, I don't know, 20% PlayStation, and 5% Xbox. Does that make 100? I think so. That's kind of literally what it was for the last 12 months to 2 years. Most of the time I'm playing, like at the moment, just playing Diablo on PC all the time. Speaking of that, all the people that have joined our guild, good to see you here. Anyone that wants to join our guild or clan on Diablo, it is called PTY space LTD. We've got about 25 members now. Having a good time. But yeah, I don't really play the Xbox at all, man. I'm like, Thick Boy sold his Xbox because he never freaking played it. He never played it. You know? Anyway. In other news, the best sex games of 2023, PC Gamer. How did that get in the show? What? Guys, I don't want to know that. That's disgusting. All right? We have a 0.01 female audience here. We got to be gentlemen. That's crazy. What is that doing in the show? I'm so sorry. God. Terrible. Definitely won't be clicking on that link later. In other news, AI is now helping people walk or something. Let's have a look at this weird thing.
Walk at the speed of running. These are moonwalkers, AI-powered electric shoes that make walking faster and easier. With these shoes, you simply walk as normal. The shoes will analyze your performance.
Who is wearing
and
this
send
shit?
The results to the 8 motorized wheels on the bottom, controlling.
You look so weird wearing them. I'm sorry. You can't wear these and have a straight face.
All you need to do is speed up your movement. Unlike roller skates, they require no extra skills beyond walking, so it won't take you long to pick up the knack.
I'm sorry, but this is not going to be. This is not going to be successful. And if it was successful, I would be blown away. Remember those like things where like kids would have the on their shoe at the back, they would have a wheel? What were those things called? I never got those, man. They were cool, but I was like 8 years old then. You know, you were the cool kid if you were walking around with those things, you know? You don't see adults doing that. I wonder if they make them in adult sizes. That would be interesting to find out. Heelys. Are they called Heelys? Okay, Taylor. Heelys. Yes, I remember Heelys, man. I remember when I was young, I'm like, whoa, that's pretty cool, man. Whoa. And then like 2 minutes later, I'm like, actually, no, that'd be really annoying. That would be super annoying to walk around with. It's just as simple as that. It would just get really, really frustrating. So, guys, check out Heelys 2.0. As Stella says, Heelys 2.0. Check them out. I definitely will not be checking them out. Now, this is pretty cooked, man. Okay, so a Twitch streamer left traumatized after a stalker travels 700 miles to burn her car. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people, man? Jesus. I wouldn't usually, like, put in Twitch drama or whatever, but this isn't Twitch drama. This is, like, freaking criminal shit. New segment, criminal behavior. I just hope he's caught. It's so cooked. Terrible. What is up with, like, Twitch people getting, like, stalked? And I mean, you know what? Celebrities get stalked too. Like, just leave them alone. Just let them just do their thing. Just talk to them on the chat if you want. Leave them the frick alone. God. Anyway, I want to throw that in. In other news, IGN, our hands-on with Starfield. Now, I don't think a lot of people got hands-on with Starfield, right? Not a lot of people. But it's looking pretty good. Starfield gameplay was shown on the Xbox Series X. Scale and scope is insane, and from what they showed at Direct and they played, that absolutely comes across. People are going to be playing Starfield for years. Yeah, no joke. Tick. I don't know. But it's looking good. There's more things here, of course. No multiplayer, fair enough. On ships, gravity takes effect, making combat fun. Merely axe combat fun. Okay, cool. So look, I'm very excited for this. For certain news outlets to go hands-on with this for an hour and play it and start reporting that it is feeling good and it's kind of legit. That's good to see. I think that when this does come out, I'm expecting really good things from this. Like, I really am. I really think this is going to be good. Be very surprised if this actually kind of sucks. Thing is, though, an hour gameplay, is that enough to detect bugs? That's hard. That's hard. I would say usually if a game's a buggy mess, you'll come across 1 or 2 bugs, if not more. Like, I remember when I picked up Cyberpunk 2077, an hour in, you were experiencing bugs. Hands down. T-poses and shit and all sorts of nonsense. You know, so I wonder if there's going to be any reporting on that. And if they're not seeing that with an hour into the gameplay, maybe that's good news. You know? Madness says, Starfield is a PC game intent. Well, I mean, look, the 30 FPS thing is definitely disappointing for some. But as I said the other day, in terms of, it's going to run better on PC. No two ways about it, right? Xbox Series X is older gen. You know, it's probably running like a 2080 Ti or something. You know, now we're in the 4080 series. You can expect, the Xbox is still good hardware, but with the scope and scale they're trying to do here and how ambitious this project looks, it kind of makes sense, you know, that sometimes you just need to chill on some of the expectations, right? If they're going to be trying so many things in a game, it's hard to deliver on absolutely everything, and concessions must be made. Concessions must be made. Another news, Microsoft will likely abandon the Activision Blizzard King merger if federal court grants FTC injunction request. So this is just a bit more about it, that they're going to potentially abandon it. Now, they're trying to get it blocked, of course, and stop the injunction, because on the 18th of July, that's when this whole thing is supposed to go through. But Microsoft is apparently happy that they're doing that, because it'll speed up the court process. That means that there needs to be some sort of movement forward with this case if the injunction does go through. The temporary restraining order. So look, I mean, is this thing going to be canned? Who knows, right? But it does seem like we're maybe getting to the end of this. I mean, in the end of this, in terms of a timescale, maybe the next couple of months, but I don't anticipate this going to go on for years, right? This is going to be like maybe another month or two. We're going to start seeing some clarity and figure out what's going to happen here. And also, Microsoft legal counsel says that the Activision creative operations will be separate from Microsoft and continue as they had on a pre-merger basis. Now, that's going to make some people very happy, right? Because as we've seen with some of the mergers, especially with the Bethesda merger with Redfall, one moment, Xbox is like, oh, we didn't get hands-on enough with helping Redfall get to where it needs to be. And then other people are like, well, look what they do to games. The moment Xbox buys a company, they just become shit. So if Activision just continues to be allowed to do their own thing, that may be good. If this does go through, maybe that's fine, right? Activision has a good reputation in terms of bugs and stuff like that, right? I can't think of a game right now that is like a buggy mess with Activision recently. I'm sure the comments will correct me on that. But I think if they are able to run it separately, that's maybe a good thing in terms of game quality. The one thing I would love for them to intervene on is monetization. Diablo, as I said before, is some of the worst monetization I've seen in a long time. $37.50 Australian for a skin, man. For a skin. And the game was like $90 here. So, man, you're borderlining on like half the game's price for one skin. Come on, man. And Overwatch 2 is in an absolute mess. So, you know what? Maybe them intervening in terms of getting Overwatch back on track and being able to actually deliver on some of those promises, that would be okay, actually. That would be okay. But Overwatch's monetization is also pretty disgusting. I think it's $30 for a legendary skin. $30. And recently that whole like story modes is just they're out of the core offering. You got to buy them, you know. It's been a real shame. Madness says Overwatch 2. That's true. That's true. Yep, Overwatch 2 definitely needs to be looked over by Xbox if they were to purchase them. Now, this is interesting. Now, Starfield's PC specs have been revealed, and you'll need an SSD to play. Now, in all my time covering games, I can't think of a game that needed an SSD, like it was a requirement on PC. It's usually like they think it's going to run better. But this is one of these few games that I think there's only one or two, right, that have actually come out and said that you will need to have an SSD in order to play this game. Most people, though, that are going to be able to play this on PC are going to have an SSD. It's usually a smaller SSD. It's usually the C drive, and then the other ones are like the normal hard drives, right? So this isn't going to be a problem for most people. But I wonder if this is going to be a thing moving forward for other games on PC. I wonder if this is going to be a standard requirement. If you want to be playing our games as a developer, we need you to have an SSD. And that'll change, I think, the way that people start buying PCs and how people customize their PCs. So many people, like myself, I have an SSD in the C drive, and the rest of them are just like basic, hard drives. But if all games start requiring this, that's going to influence my choice to have to get more SSDs. Simple as that. Because the SSD is always smaller than the other hard drives in your computer. So that's interesting to see that. And I think that this really is going to be quite demanding on the PC. To get the full experience out of this is going to be quite demanding. But look, we would rather something be, reaching for the stars, no pun intended, and giving us the best graphical experience possible. And then anyone that doesn't have that particular graphics card, you may have to experience it on, a graphics card that's not as good. But everyone that has the PC Master Race that has the good shit, you can experience this thing, obviously, at pretty high quality. And as we saw from the actual showcase, it is like graphically looking incredible. Absolutely looking very, very good. Cocaine says, SSDs are cheap now. They are cheaper. That's right. That was my last thing I wanted to chat about. Like, the ecosystem of SSDs are not the same they were 5 or 10 years, well, 5 years ago, right? Like, I remember 5 or 10 years, right? That was like an investment. That was like a little bit of a luxury. Now it's a different price model with those now, So I don't expect this to be hurting everybody, but there's going to be some people that need to update their PCs. Absolutely. Fate says, Phantom Liberty DLC recommended SSD. Did it now? Interesting. Okay, I didn't actually see that. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so I have no doubt that this is going to become more and more of a trend, actually. Yeah. Especially when consoles are going to be always setting a lot of trends. Not all the trends, but they're going to be setting some trends in terms of certain types of games, what to expect. Certain types of popular genres is one thing, but also art styles or loading, the way that games load or the way that they kind of present loading. That can be influenced from PC, but it also can be influenced from console. And with SSDs now being that super fast, SSD in consoles, they're changing the way that we're able to experience the game and how fast that we can jump back into a world, and also experience, how fast we can move through the world. I remember seeing a PlayStation years ago, PlayStation showing a PlayStation kind of PowerPoint showing how fast you can move through New York with Spider-Man with this new super fast SSD. And it was just like sonic speed kind of thing, and those things can bleed into artistic choices. And so, yeah, I think that that's going to ultimately change the way that games are made or games can express themselves, right? And SSDs are going to be part of that. And if you need a better SSD to experience that, you can expect it's going to be part of a lot of requirements going forward. In other news, what? Guys, who put that in again? Guys, what? That's crazy. Who hacked into my piece? What? Come on. Guys, I don't want to know what the best sex games are of 2023. That's madness. Come on. How did that get in the... Anyway. Should we... No. That's silly. Silly to press it. In other news, Twitch mega streamer XQC signed by gambling company for 100 million. I love how Kotaku puts that. Signed by Kick, but they just wanted to throw a little bit of shade. Okay, so he did a non-exclusive deal for 2 years. Okay, so 2 years non-exclusive, which I saw in some of the articles. Man, XQC now, I feel like he's like the new ninja. You know, he's like the new ninja, I would say. But to name this headline, signed by gambling company, but there's a lot of gambling on that website, and there's a lot of money that has backed Kick through that, you know, through gambling companies and whatever. But the main story here is, for me, Kick is kicking goals. They have grown massively. I mean, I really feel like I don't know what the future of Kick is. Like, I really don't know what the future looks like for Kick. But you have to say that, you know, I don't see them being as dominant in the next 5 years. I just can't see it. You know, everyone is pissed off with Twitch. Simple as that. You know, the way that they're trying to bleed more money out of their creators in terms of not letting them have the burn-in ads, and then they rescinded that whole like, oh wait, we were wrong. The general, you know, yeah, the general mood at the moment with Twitch and their creators. I mean, people aren't happy. So for Kick to come in and really compete with them in a very, very fast fashion, quick fashion. They've come out of nowhere really in the last several months or whatever. 3 months in, they grew 300%. And now they had to shut down their servers to do a maintenance because so many people were trying to sign up. So I really think in the next year or two, we're going to see Twitch's fate sealed. Either it just digs its own grave, or it just becomes less relevant, you know? And I don't know if Kick's going to be the thing of the future. I'm streaming on Kick right now, actually. Did I say Kick is the future, guys? What? Yeah, of course it is. Love Kick. Absolutely. If anyone's watching from Kick, we love you. No, but like, you know, who knows, man? It could all crash and burn. But Twitch has been around long enough to feel like it's pretty cemented. But if it continues to make more and more wrong mistakes, I just wonder where it's going to be in a year or two. You know? But 100 million, man. That's how much I make on this stream. That's nothing, boys. It's nothing, ladies and gentlemen. That's nothing, fam. Don't worry about it. In other news, Elemental earns 11.8 million in its film's domestic opening day, the lowest in Pixar's history. I barely saw anything on this thing. I didn't hear anything on this. I don't know. I mean, like, I did see 1 or 2 shorts, like I did, but obviously didn't do well. Didn't do too well. Didn't do as bad as The Flash. Well, actually, no. I think The Flash did a little bit better, but man, I've been seeing everyone talk about The Flash and how bad Flash is. I've got a little bit of some data on that later on. But in other news, if you're excited for Tomb Raider, it's coming to Switch. Let's watch it together. Oh shit, that was quicker than I thought, actually. I didn't see how long it was. I just saw the first 10 seconds. I'm like, yeah, I'll throw that in. I'll watch them together. Okay, 26 seconds. Well, there it is, folks. Lara Croft Collection, 29th of June on the Switch. I feel like Lara Croft, for me, is so like PlayStation 1. It feels almost like an exclusive still. Like, I just feel like it should only exist on the PlayStation platform, you know? I think of Lara Croft, Crash Bandicoot, even though that's not even exclusive now, and like God of War or whatever, but like they're like exclusives, you know? God of War like seems to be the only exclusive for like like Mike Tyson. It's an Xbox exclusive. I feel like it's an Xbox it's a PlayStation exclusive, but apparently it's not. Another news, first design for Xbox projector arrived in the US next month for $1,600. All 17 people playing the Xbox, you can pick this up for $1,600 US. That's going to be like $3,500. But I thought I'd throw it in because if you are an Xbox fan and you do like a projector, here it is. You can get it. It's a lot of money though. It's a lot of money. But here's a little video of it. With that standard no copyright music. Yeah. Instant on and off. Instant. I actually had a projector back in the day, and yeah, it'd take like if you press the button, you know, it's got to heat up. Man, projectors are so hot next to you. Like if I'm playing games on a projector, it could heat the room. It could literally heat the room. So expect that, guys, if you are excited for that. That's a thing if you want it. I actually prefer projectors, now that I think of it. I actually prefer projectors. There's something more like cinematic about it, you know? Like you sit in a dark room, 120 inches or 200 inches. Like it's just, every inch counts, folks. It just feels amazing, you know? Like it's just a good experience, you know? So expect that, guys. Diablo Immortal. Holy shit, man. Look at this. Diablo Immortal made $525 million during its first year, man. Blizzard's mobile title was downloaded 22 million times since its release in June 2022, with 37 of its lifetime spent coming from China, Data AI reported. I played a lot of this, right? Now, I know this is an unpopular opinion, but I actually really enjoyed Diablo Immortal. It was a really fun mobile game. Monetization sucked. I just stayed clear of the monetization. And then when I just got to the point where I felt like I wasn't really progressing, I was just like, okay, cool, I'm going to put this shit down. But I played like, I feel like I played 40 or 50 hours or maybe even more. Like I loved playing this game. I don't mind a mobile experience personally. Like I play a lot of Wild Rift. I think that's one of the greatest games on mobile, hands down. But yeah, Diablo Immortal, 525 million. This just shows if you're scummy and evil and you're like the devil, like Diablo, can make money. But apart from that, like the money, like the monetization is one thing, but the game obviously made so much money because it is actually really fun to play. And I've always been a sucker for Diablo. Like I've always been a sucker, and I'm still playing Diablo 4 now, loving it. But man, that's a lot of cash. That's a lot of cash. And I think you can expect more Diablo Immortal in the coming years. I'd be very surprised if they winded this down. They're making all the money. And it'd be very surprising to see that this didn't continue to be a very big focus. I remember when Wyatt Chang came out on stage and spoke to us about Diablo Immortal, and then the red shirt guy came out and said, is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke? And that became a meme. Little did we know that they would have the last laugh. They would have the last laugh, folks. They really did. In other news, Lies of P demo version reached 1 million downloads, man. Holy shit, man. That just shows when there's a deep need in the community for a Bloodborne, right? People will flock. Okay, so as we saw, I don't know if you've watched this trailer. Let's watch it again together. But man, this looks really incredible. I actually haven't downloaded the demo, but you know what? A few well-positioned trailers, which they've done, looks fantastic. People are super interested, and this is the result. 1 million downloads on this goddamn thing. Have a look.
Geppetto's puppet. We need your help.
Demonetized? We're playing the game today. I'm not sure, actually. Omar, you're a child, but you did make me laugh. It looks really cool. It looks really cool. But this trailer showed me it wasn't exactly like Bloodborne. It was a little bit different, you know? Ooh. It's the fancy shirt from Seinfeld. Yes, a little bit actually, yeah. Oh, that's cool. It's a lot slower, is it? Like the actual game? Well, look, I think it looks fantastic. I'm very excited to play that when that does come out. Got a few things coming out in the next couple of months. Spider-Man, Phantom Liberty, Final Fantasy 16. What else? Jamie, pull that up. Let me know what else, guys. I'm not sure what else is coming out, but there's some other stuff. And other news, I didn't even know this, okay? I didn't even know that they were doing this. Maybe I can't remember. Breaking, Hideo Kojima confirms his involvement in the live-action Death Stranding adaptation. I really didn't... Maybe I did know this, but like I just forgot or something. Fuck, I got no idea. But Rhino said that he's directing, producing, supervising, plotting, looking, designing, and he's just looking. Yep, looks good. Designing and content. Well, Hideo came out and said, just to be clear, I'm deeply involved in producing, supervising, plotting, look, design, and content of the film adaptation of Death Stranding, just not in charge of directing. I'm actually really excited for this. It's a great surprise. It's a great surprise to see this. You know, I think Death Stranding cinematically was almost like a movie. It wasn't far off. It really wasn't far off. And the world was so incredible. You know, it was incredible. Like, you just wanted to look at it. You wanted to be in the world. You wanted to know more about this whole, what was going on, you know. So to bring this out in terms of a film, I think it's going to be incredible. Him not directing is a different thing, though, to game design, right? I think that he designs and directs games. But I think Hideo wanted to be a film director actually when he was young, and then he ended up becoming a game director. But I would say that there's probably skills that cross over, but they would be skills that would be not always transferring over, you know. So if someone else directing may just be a really good choice here, allowing him to have as much creative freedom as possible, but allowing someone to execute those ideas and visions, you know. Spider-Man coming out, Madness, I think comes out in September. Pretty sure. In other news, The Flash opened with a disastrous 55.1 million opening weekend domestic. That's a full 12 million lower than The Black Adam, which was considered a commercial flop. Now, I've been seeing this a lot, and a lot of people are saying this is a disaster of a movie. Total disaster. It's a shame, too. I know there's some cameos in there. Not sure if you've seen it, but you know, of course, Keating is in it. You saw from the trailers. But there's apparently other people in there too, and some people were just saying even the cameos couldn't save this thing. This was just horrendous. That's what I've heard. I really feel like Marvel movies and DC movies are at a point where people are just, we've seen it all. We're doing the multiverse thing. We're doing the cameos. Like, man, they're trying everything and anything to just like reinvigorate this whole genre. But you know what would really invigorate this genre? Give us 2 years or 3 years of no superhero movies. Like, none. Like, Marvel and DC just come together and they're like, you know what? Let's just chill for like a couple of years. Come back. We're back, baby. That would actually make people really excited. Legit. I feel like every second day there's a new show on Disney Plus of like She-Hulk or the Secret Wars or whatever it's called, Secret Invasion, and then there's The Flash, and then there's another Spider-Man or Spider... Okay, Across the Spider-Verse was incredible, right? It was incredible. But that's pretty few and far between now, where I feel like these movies are like rising to a standard that is surpassing and outdoing the previous amazing movies from the superhero genre. Like, it's just time. Like, just chill. Just daddy, chill. Like, we don't want to see a freaking TV show every week and a movie every other week. You know, like, it's like a full-time job. If you wanted to sit there and watch all the Marvel, DC movies and TV shows that have come out in the last 20 years, you would need to take like a 6-month vacation. Seriously. It's too much. It's just too much. In other news, I've seen a petition to make Starfield a PlayStation 5 exclusive has been created. 125 people have signed it. Let's see it now. Let's click on this shit. This better not be a goddamn virus. 250 supporters. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Okay, it's not going to happen. Oh, wait, no, sorry, over here. 486, sorry, it's over here. Man, they nearly got their goal. If they get to their goal, Xbox has no choice. They just got to do it. I mean, that's as simple as that. It's as simple as that, folks, you know? That's quite interesting, I thought. It's not going to happen. But you know what? You guys keep signing that. You guys keep signing that, man. All right? It's going to come true for you. It's going to happen for you. Okay? And another new... Oh, come on, guys. Stop it. Stop. I'm not even kidding. Come on now. What? Stop. I don't know who's... It's... Let's just click it. Nah. Okay. In other news, let's do the quiz game. Who's ready for the quiz game? Whoever hasn't played the quiz game before, 10 questions, okay? Gotta write them down, gotta let me know what you get. 10 questions, music from other, from video games, right? If you don't get 6 or more, you're a casual gamer. If you get 8 to 10, you're a hardcore gamer. I'm gonna get 4 today. Now, as we've seen last time from doing this is getting progressively harder and harder. So I don't know what's gonna happen here. But who is ready for the quiz game? All right, let me just get my pen. All right, here we go. Who's ready? Oh, come on, that's easy. Okay, that's an easy one. That's God of War. Oh, no, sorry, Death Stranding, sorry. Death Stranding. Remember the theme song? Death Stranding. Banjo and Kazooie. Nice, easy. All right. Oh wait. I know. I know this song. Far out. I'm going to say Super Smash Brothers. Something in Super Smash I've heard or something. Right? Oh my god, I'm so... stupid. Okay. Damn it. Alright. Persona 5, guys. Persona 5. Yep. Odyssey. I'll be your my girl. All right. What do we got? Okay, I got 2 right, 1 wrong. Fuck, I know this song. Fuck, I don't know. I know this song. I don't know it. Uncharted. I know the song though. That's a wrong. 2 wrong, 2 right. Oh. Tune. Okay, everyone got this? Metroid Prime. All right. Oh, I know this. Team Fortress. Right? Yes! Yeah! All right. Four right, 2 wrong. Second narrator with the select screen. Exactly right. Very good. Oh my god, I'm going to say Grandia. No. Grandia? I got no idea. Nah. God damn it. Alright, Grandia. Alright. Ah, we tried. Whatever. Alright. Shit, that's another no. That's another untying 4-4. Fuck, I got no idea. I'll get lost. Is it Genshin Impact every time, Madness? Is it every time? Somewhere beyond the sea. Who's excited for that? Ooh. I don't know what that is. Is he getting trickier? Oh, god damn it. 5 wrong, 5 right. Okay, let's do 1 or 2 more. 1 or 2 more. I'm excited. Okay, I'm enjoying this. Okay, here we go. Sinatra Genshin Impact. Oh man, I've got this wrong again. God damn it. Alright, 1 more, and then if I got that wrong, then I got more wrong than right today. Oh. Alright, 1 more. That's it, folks. 1 more. Alright, here we go. Last one. These are getting tough, man. The first 20 were easy. Oh my god. 7 wrong, 5 right. Anyway, what do you do? Oh, Battlefield second already got it. All right. Well, but you know what? This is just 1 more. I love this game. 1 more. That's it. Here we go. It's not Dark Souls, is it? No. No, it's not. God damn it. 8 wrong, 5 right. What a Warcraft. Oh my god, I played so much of that. Okay, that is it. No more. All right, what'd you guys get? I got 8 wrong, 5 right. So much better at the beginning. We should just do quizzes that, like, just do the start of the quizzes. Then I look cool. I look like a hardcore gamer. Stormwind. Yes. Oh, man. That's a shame. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Love you. Appreciate you. I'll be back maybe tomorrow or the next day with some more news, reviews, and discussions. We'll finish the quiz. I love doing this quiz. I want to continue doing this. It's getting harder and harder, though. All right? So every time you tune in, expect you need to be a hardcore gamer. All right, guys. Have a wonderful evening, day, wherever you are. And I will see you guys next time. Laymen out.